Hello everyone, KJ4YZI, HamRadioConcepts. It's a terrible situation right now in the world. The COVID-19 and the coronavirus killing thousands of people, people losing their businesses, people are out of work, kids are out of school, can't go nowhere. What do we do on a weekend here when you can't go anywhere and you're not working? We pretty much play ham radio, and I could make some videos here because I have nowhere really to go on a weekend. So in this video, I'll touch on something that I have here that I touched on in a previous video when I was at John's house, and that was before the whole stay-at-home thing a couple weeks ago. That video was made several weeks before it really got bad. So there's a difference in hamsticks, and rather than just talk about this hamstick and show you what it is, we'll just educate the new person. What is a hamstick? You may think, well, is this the best antenna I'm ever going to use? Is this what I need for my DXpedition? Well, hamsticks are good and they've been around for a while. They're not magic, but they are individual tuned sticks for each band. A 20-meter quarter wave hamstick. Ideally, they're really, most of the time, used mobile when you have it on your back of your vehicle, but you could use them in a hamstick mount here. You could use them in an attic. You can use them, various different ways. I've used them a lot. So we're going to talk about hamsticks, and primarily these are the Shark hamsticks, Shark antennas. You may have not heard of them, but these are, like the Chameleon, these are made in the USA, American made. I'll give you some close-ups and show you, the price. We're not talking about a huge price. These are actually, some of the bands are cheaper than the ones you'll get from other manufacturers that may be made in China. A lot of people are always like, oh, China this, China that. I'm not going to name any companies or directly compare it to anybody else. But there's a lot of people trying to make hamsticks and a lot of people making hamsticks that are cheaper quality. Shark has a full line of hamsticks that are rugged with a warranty, and everything except the little ferrule here is made in the USA. So let's talk about the Shark antenna hamsticks. These are available at Gigaparts. In fact, when I looked on Gigaparts, I was looking at the Chameleon stuff before I bought it from Chameleon, and I saw the hamsticks. Now, I didn't realize what these were. They didn't even have a picture of them yet because they just got them, but it had the Shark. And I said, what's a Shark hamstick? Started reading, and there you go. That's what the internet will do to you. So I did buy some sets of hamsticks. I did buy the Chameleons, and as a token of my appreciation on the channel, I'm going to give some of these hamsticks away with some of the Chameleon hamstick mounts. That's in the next video. Okay, so we'll give you a close-up. Again, a hamstick is a compromise. Almost any antenna, unless it's a full-size quarter wave or full wave or whatever, is a compromise. For instance, this is a 20-meter hamstick, okay? This 20-meter hamstick is about 5-something feet long. Well, a quarter wave on 20 meters is about 16 feet roughly. So it's electrically a quarter wave on 20 meters. Electrically, the wire is wound 16-something feet, or the wire plus the radiator will equal a quarter wave. Now, you're shrinking that down because it wouldn't be practical to have a 16-foot vertical or hamstick on your vehicle smacking power lines. Just imagine when you have a 40-meter at 32-something feet. Again, compromised. The thing about these is these are all made in the USA and they're individually hand wound. Okay? So each one of these, they wind solid copper, USA copper that they source themselves here. They wind it around USA made fiberglass, and they stress test big batches. When they get the fiberglass, I guess cheaper hamsticks have they crack. They start cracking when you do this. And imagine smacking a tree or something at high speed and it's going to bust, or over time the sun's going to deteriorate it. So from my understanding, what I read online, they source a really good supplier of American made fiberglass sticks here that they wrap the wire around. And they hand wrap each one of these, and they put the heat shrink and the covering on there by hand. This is American stainless steel radiator. Okay, the Allen screws here are stainless. They are not going to rust after a week, from what I see, because there are some antennas that I've seen where once that rusts in there, and you put the Allen wrench on there to tune it. This radiator comes in and out. You slide it up and down to adjust the resonant point of the antenna. And when that screw gets rusted and strips out the Allen wrench, you're done. You ain't getting it out. And if you drill it out, good luck finding another Allen set screw unless you have multiple hamsticks to steal one from. So the sad part is there's an antenna I might show you here soon, not from this company or any other company you've heard of, or maybe one video in the past. It's on my vehicle. and I haven't even got to use it yet. And it's folded over right now. It's like at the radio mounted. The antenna's already rusted, and it did come from China. So maybe to show you that in another. I don't know how the antenna works because it never really transmitted through it, but it's rusted out, and not rusted out completely. It's rusted, and it's only been under a couple months. So that, you know, it does become a problem when you have poorly constructed, or they tell you it's, you know, real good and it's not stainless at all. You know, they put some kind of shiny finish on it, call it stainless until that wears off. So, you know, the price of these, from what I saw on Gigaparts, like, you know, a 20-meter ham stick would be somewhere around $20. And that's an American made. I mean, that's, you know, and the longer sticks, like the 80 meters and 40 meters or 75-meter sticks, a couple bucks more because of the copper, the extra copper that's wound on there, costs a little more money. But again, your 80-meter and 75-meter ham stick is a compromise. It always is. But then you could do like I did with the ham stick mount, and you could put 2 of these on a base like this, American made, Chameleon, made in Nevada. And now you'll have a half-wave dipole. So each one of these, you know, ham sticks has a tuning chart with them, and it'll kind of give you an idea of, you know, the stainless, how much of the radiator that you're going to have, you know, over exposed out of the fiberglass lower portion, to give you an idea of a rough, you know, mount, rough idea. And then you could use an analyzer and, you know, loosen the set screws and move this in up and down to get the resonant point right where you need it. What I'll do is I'll hook this up to an analyzer because I just want to see the bandwidth on a couple bands. People have asked and they said, well, you know, that's not acceptable if it's not 1-to-1 SWR across the entire band. I don't think there's any ham stick that will be a resonant from one end of the band to the other, especially 10 meters, you know, 28 megahertz to 29.7. You know, you got to tune that thing about where you want it, and maybe the SWR comes up a little bit on each end, and you use a tuner to clean it up if you have to. So again, 1-year warranty on these, from my understanding, on you know, workmanship. Not if you break the thing in half or really damage it, you know, because anybody can break one of these if you really want to. But you know, if the thing's rusting out, or you know, if the wire burns up, these handle. They say on the package that these handle 500 watt rated. I did see on the Gigaparts website that they're rated for 250 watts. So we'll figure out which one of those is more legit. You know, a lot of people mobile are only running 100 watts. Or if you have, you know, the Chameleon or a ham stick mount of any nature in your attic, maybe you can run a little more power into it, or a little less when you have 2 of these on it. I'm not sure. So let's hook up the analyzer to this. All right, so I took off my Tar Heel just for you for this video. It's my little Tar Heel HP that I purchased from MFJ because they're a distributor of Tar Heel. Little Tar Heel HP, great antenna, just knocking out contacts, DX and stateside every day while mobile. That's a motorized, you know, multi-band antenna. So you can see here that this is my old China Amazon mount. Don't buy that. I have mine attached to my Diamond K400, which is right here. This little coil here is for the Tar Heel. Anyways, K400 diamond mount, solid, still hasn't moved yet. And if I was going to use a ham stick of this length, I wouldn't necessarily put it on the very top because, you know, you could move this down a little bit to like here if you wanted to get some of the, you know, height off. Anyways, a little Allen wrench. I basically just, you know, went for a rough up there, and batteries in my analyzer are just about dead, so I got like 1 shot with the camera to get that on analyzer. What I'll show you first is, as I adjusted it, what's cool about my ICOM 7100 is the fact that I have the SWR function on the 7100, so I could see where my SWR is across a broad spectrum here. But we're going to put it on the analyzer just to get a more professional or more precise reading of where the SWR is across the band on a single 20-meter ham stick. Okay, I got about enough battery on my camera and my analyzer to get this done. So let's do a sweep real quick on 20 meters on this ham stick and see what it looks like. Yeah, batteries are dead. Here we go. So minimum SWR would be right there at 14.280. Now if I go down to the CW portion, it's a 2.2. If I go up to the end of the band, so 1.2. So let me lengthen it. It's a little bit short. Let me lengthen it and see what happens. All right, we brought it up, lengthen it a little bit. So you see down in the CW portion, it's 1.6. That's acceptable. The flat spot there is right at extra portion 1.8, And then we go up to the edge of the band, 1.8. So acceptable SWR across the entire band, 1.7, 1.8, down to 1.7, 1.8. So, acceptable. Now, something like 80 or 75 meters, I'm sure that's going to be way more narrow because that's a large band. But definitely acceptable. So with that being said, these are new. I did take them out of the package for the previous video. So in the next video, I'll announce the giveaway. I got to think of how I'm going to do it. So I'll give a couple ham sticks away with the chameleon, spider base, and a couple ham sticks away with the quad base. And then you can pick up more. And they, again, I'm not directly comparing this to any other company because technically to me, a light bulb will work for an antenna if you get on there and try it enough and the bands have propagation. The difference is not that this is going to outperform any other ham stick. The difference is for the same price or a couple bucks less, you're buying an American made, okay, which will be solid over years of use. For those who always said, well, China, I mean, you guys have been saying it all the time in the comments, and you liked the last few videos on the chameleon stuff on the American products. So, hey, let's support some of the American stuff. Not too many American companies anymore are making things. They source everything from China, they put it together, then they sell it under their name. So props to Shark Antenna for doing that. And check out Gigaparts, the link is in the description. Wait for the next video when I do the giveaway, and I got some more stuff I could just bang out here at the house while we're doing stay at home. Everybody be safe. We're not doing QRP events, we're not doing portable. They shut down the islands and the river. I can't even go jet skiing to play HF portable. So we'll play videos at home when I'm not working at my essential job. I pray for every one of you guys that are out of work and people that are getting sick. It's terrible, and I just hope for the best for everybody. So 7-3 everybody, KJ4YZI.